Hi, welcome to the Archers. I'm just doing a video here on a Bachmann Class 37, and what I decided to do, because I've been having problems with the bogies not picking up with the pickups very well, and stopping on the corners. So I decided to purchase some 6-wheel drive with 6 pickups, and they've arrived here today, and I think you can tell the difference. You can see how the drive gear is exposed here on the 4-wheel drive. The 4-wheel drive just drives the 2 front bogie wheels, and the rear wheels here are just freewheeling. And on a 6-wheel drive, obviously, as you can see here, everything is enclosed, so there's no muck or dirt or anything can get into the drive gears, which is quite good. I wasn't sure when I first got it whether it would actually fit. The reason for that is the fitting, where it actually screws together in the body, is slightly different. And also the actual bogie itself is wider than the old bogie. But I've actually took one of the sets of bogies out on the loco here. This is a 6-wheel drive one, this is a 4-wheel drive one, and it fits in perfectly. There's no problem with it at all. So the actual changing of them, it's extremely easy. You just need to disconnect the wires from the circuit board and unscrew the nut in the centre, and the bogie will actually just pull out. Brings the drive shaft out with it as well. So as I say, this is the old 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel pickup bogie, and I'm replacing it here with the 6-wheel drive, 6-wheel pickup. And one of the things I've noticed straight away is that I don't know, it feels so much more rigid, the 6-wheel drive one, than the old one, which the plastic on the sides here seems to be quite soft. But it's very, very easy to fit. First thing you want to do is make sure that you replace your drive shaft, and they're quite canny little drive shafts these. They just simply push in. Once they're in, they don't fall out, which is good, because unlike some other drive shafts on other makes, and it's just a case of rotating the drive shaft to get it in the right place for it to pop into the motor, and it just pushes in. So what I need to do here is, there are 2 little holes in the chassis which you feed your wires up, and you can't really make a mistake, because the bogie will only go in one way, and obviously it makes sure that the wires go to each side of the drive wheels. So I just feed that through there. have it. Up, wire's dropped out. Typical. I should have fed it through and pulled it through a little bit. So I'll have to do that now. I'm trying to do it in a place where you can see on the camera, and it's not making it easy when it's just sitting on the table here. But there we go. So, got the red and the black wire through now. Or I did have the black wire through. I can't believe that that one's actually fell out as well. For some reason the wires on this particular bogie don't seem to be as long as the other one, and it's making it a little bit difficult for to hold the bogie and feed the wires up through the chassis. There we go. So that's now in place. So what we're going to do now is put the drive shaft in. And there we go. Popped into place there. Just make sure that the bogie centre spindle is located into the locating peg there. You can see the wires here. Just pull them up so that they're not catching on anything. And then it's just a case of putting the screw back into the centre. There we go. So that's the bogie wheel. It's a 6-wheel drive, 6-wheel pickup bogie fitted to the earlier class 37 chassis. So all I need to do now is obviously with the wires is just solder them onto the 4 points on the circuit board, and after that I'm going to fit one of the TXS chips into here with sound and obviously the little speaker as well. So I'll solder these off camera because you'll not be wanting to watch that, and then I'll come back. Okay, that was a 2-minute job there. Just soldering the wires off the bogie that come up through the chassis there. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to fit this, which is the TXS sound chip. The front of the logo is where the driver is here, so obviously it depends on how I put this in to which way the drive wheels is going to make the logo move. But you already have the 8-pin plug on the top of there, so basically it's almost as simple as that for fitting. Locating the speaker, I've used the second biggest, the second smallest cab. And what that will allow us to do is it'll allow us to fit it in here, which is going to allow us to put the body back on. Alright, and the other thing is I've just got to now place the the actual chip itself. So for that, I've discovered that with the TXS chips, that if you put any type of tape on it, any type of tape on them to avoid them from being, well, touching out from onto any of the metal parts on the logo body or anything like that, and that includes the I can't find it, but the proper heat resistant tape, which is meant for doing that. The actual chips overheat slightly, and what I've found is on a few of my logos is that it actually makes the speaker overheat and stop working properly, which obviously in turn you don't get the sound out of the logo. But basically that's what we have. Well, as simple as that to fit. Use a little bit of blue tack off here. A small bit of blue tack or black tack if you've got black tack, and it's just a case of that's it, it's in place. Just making sure the wires aren't going to catch any part of the body. So I've got a proper little test track here that I use. So I'm going to place the logo onto here, and I'll just make sure it's driving the correct way. If it's not, then I'll just turn the 8-pin plug around on the chip, and I'll put the body back on, and I'll show you it going round the layout, hopefully. Okay, there's the Bachmann Class 37 back together, so it's now fitted with its 6-wheel drive, 6-wheel pickup bogies. So we're going to give it a shot round the layout and see how it goes. As I say, with the 4-wheel drive bogies I had on beforehand, it would slip a little bit on the corners, especially when it was pull and load, and it would cut out. I've tried using contact cleaner and everything on the pickups, and I had no joy, so I decided to buy some of these new bogies. So they're fitted in. The only thing I would say is that when you lift the logo up, the bogies stay down a little bit, so it's not quite so they don't actually connect into the top of the fitment on the bogie, between the bogie and the chassis, like the old one. But I mean, that's not a problem. They don't fall out, and to be honest with you, your logo's either going to be in the box or it's going to be on your layout, isn't it, really? So that's not a problem. But anyway, let's give it a go and see how it does. So I've actually set the tablet up there ready. So I've just switched the system on. So it should take a couple of seconds really for it to sort itself out. There you go. So it's actually telling us that it's all ready to go now. So I'll just slide that along, and what I'll do is I'll just set it so it's going fairly slow. Now the corners on the layout, the tightest radius I have is a 3rd radius, so I don't suppose it's going to test it too much. But it's running very, very smooth there. Nice and slow. As I say, the tightest radius I have is 3rd radius curves, and the logo seems to be going around them fine. So the drive shafts that fitted in must be identical to the newer ones. And I'll just bring it to a stop. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set this to just a tiny little bit and see how slowly I can get it in there. As you can see, it's moving very slowly. It's going across a set of insult frog points here. No problem. I didn't expect to be a problem, not with them being brand new pickups and wheels and everything. But if anybody's got any of these slightly older Bachmanns and they having any problems with the bogies and that, then you can put the new 6-wheel drive ones in. I just took it as a gamble. It only cost £30 a pair off eBay. And I think they're worth it because you cannot buy the actual pickups anywhere. I can't find them anywhere. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I've got another Bachmann 37 which has got a blue body, and the blue body's a little bit late for me layout. I'm trying to keep everything in so it's got the green body there. It doesn't really matter, I don't suppose. I run anything on the layout, whatever I want, and obviously if the grandchildren are around, whatever I take the trains, I'm not bothered. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. You can see it's very slow, very smooth. There we go. So that's fitting the 6-wheel drive, 6-wheel pickup bogies and a TXS chip. Now actually fitting them into the logo and fastening it all back up together takes about 25 minutes. Just taking that time. There's no need to rush for things, but about 25 minutes. I'd say give yourself half an hour to strip it down and then put all the things back on. You've obviously then got to set your TXS chip up, and now that takes about half an hour because it takes about 15 minutes for it to load the Class 37 sound profile onto it. But anyway, there we go. Class 37. Thanks very much for looking. I'll catch you all later.